Hello, my dear children. Good morning. Welcome back to today's online class. I am Radhika, your geography teacher. Children, we were studying Geography, Chapter 19, Human Resources. Today, I am going to explain about population changes. Children, in this chapter, we discussed about distribution and density of population. Then what is density of population? The number of people living per unit area in a region. Then after we discussed about the factors which will determine the distribution and density of population. There are three factors: physical factors, economic factors, and socio-cultural factors. In the physical factors, relief features, climate, types of soil. In the economic factors, we discussed about resources, industrial activity, urbanization. And the third, socio-cultural factors. In that socio-cultural factors, we discussed about cultural centers, government policies and religious centers. Then after, we discussed about population composition. The study of the composition of populations include age structure, sex composition, occupational structure, literacy level. Then, age structure. The age structure explains the percentage of a country's population in different age groups. 0 to 14 as young, 15 to 64 as the adult or working age group. Then 65 plus as the older age groups. Then after we discussed about sex composition. That is the percentage of males to females in the total population. Ratios of 1000 means males and females are equal in number. Ratios of over thousands means more females than males. That is a favorable sex ratio. Ratios of below thousands means less females per thousand males. It is an unfavorable sex ratio. Then after, we discussed about a literacy rate. Literacy rate is the percentage of the total population that is able to read and write. Then after, we discussed about occupational structure. Occupational structure means the number of people within the total population engaged in primary, secondary and tertiary activities. If most of the people are engaged in primary activities, then we can say that country is a developing country. In a developed countries, the greater is the percentage of population in the secondary and tertiary sectors. Okay, children. Up to here we discussed. Then today's your topic is population changes. The population in the world has been growing at a varying rate since humans first appeared on the earth. Let's see what all are the changes in that population. Hunting and food gathering for their foods. That means, which period the people are hunters and food gatherers? That is a nomadic age. On that time, we can see population grow at a very slow rate. That means the population is not increasing in the age of nomadic age. Hunting and food gathering for their foods. That means the humans were depend on hunting and food gathering for their food. The population grow at a very slow rate. In that time, in that age, nomadic age time, the population growth is very, very slow. The population is not increasing. Agricultural revolution. That means Neolithic age, when the people learned agriculture and they started a settled life. That time, children, population began to increase. On that time, population start to increase. But in the nomadic time, the population grow at a very, very, very slow rate. Okay, but agricultural revolution, that means in the Neolithic age, population start to increase. Expansion of trade, that is 16th century, the Portuguese, Dutch, all the people try to coming in our land, our product is taking to other places. On that time, how more rapid rate of population growth, that means on that time the population increase is very fastly. Okay, expansion of trade. Children, different times. First, in nomadic time, the population growth rate is very, very slow. In a Neolithic age, that means the agricultural revolution time, the population start to increase, and expansion of trade, that means the trade, export and import is taking place between the countries. On that time, there is a rapid rate of population growth, that means the population is increasing very, very fast. Okay, on that time the population touched about 550 millions. Oh, fine. Then industrial revolution, finding out the machines. Industrial revolution, that. Okay, then introduction of new machines, that is the 18th century. Population doubled from 700 million to 1.7 billion. Oh, that time the population increasing very, very, very fastly. In a nomadic period, the growth rate is very, very slow. In a Neolithic age, that means agricultural revolution period, the population start to increase, and the expansion of trade period, the population, the growth rate is very, very fast. That means the more rapid rate of population growth. And the industrial revolution, population doubled from 700 million to 1.7 billion. Okay. In 1960, remarkable advance in medical science. In 1960 onwards, we can see there is a advance in medical science. Our medical science start to advance, the remarkable advance in the medical science. Okay. This has led to the reduction in the death rate. Okay, when the medical science advanced at that time, what happened, children? Death rate start to decrease and life expectancy increased. Okay, children, because of the advancement in the medical science, the death rate declined and the birth rate, the life expectancy means the lifetime a person can live. Okay, the lifespan of a person is called the life expectancy, that increased because with the help of medicines, we can increase the life of a person. And we can secure, that means the death rate also decreased. Okay, in that time, in 1960s, what happened for the developing countries and the developed countries? In a developing country, death rate decreased and birth rate increased. This is the condition of developed countries. Death rate increased because of the advancements in the medical science. The death rate increased, at the same time the death rate decreased and the birth rate increased. But in a developed countries, birth rate have fallen along with the death rate. Okay, children, that first we said nomadic time. What is the condition of growth rate of population? Very, very slow. In a Neolithic age, population growth is start to increase. During the trade expansion time, population increased tremendously. And during the industrial revolution, our population doubled. Okay, in 1960s, what happened? What advantages we got? Advancements of the medical science. Because of that medical science, we reduced death rate and increased life expectancy. But this also happened a different way in different type of countries. That means developed countries and developing countries. In a developing countries, we can see birth rate increased and death rate decreased. At the same time, in a developed countries, the birth rate have fallen along with the death rate. There is no increase in the birth rate and death rate also because there is a birth control. But in a developing countries, there is no control of birth rate, but the death rate they decreased with the help of science, medical science. Clear? Because of this, we face a lot of problem. We means that developing countries, especially India, it is a second populated country in the world. Okay, China is the first and we are the second one. Okay, that is why we faced a lot of problem. What all are the problem the developing countries are facing? There is a shortage of food supply. There is a big problem. The shortages of food supply and inadequate power supply. Okay, all the people not getting all the facilities, the basic needs. Low standard of living because the number of people is more and our land resource is very less. That is why our standard of living is not increasing. Low standards of living and housing and water problem. This is the another problem because our land size is not increasing. Only population is increasing. According to increasing population, the land size also increasing. The size of the country is also increasing. No. So there is a problem of housing and water problem. And slums area. Slum area means the people are thickly living in an area. That means in a village area we can see that all the people are living very nearest and nearest. There is no gap between houses. Okay, slums areas will increase. Oh, next problem is healthcare problems. These are the problems because of increasing populations facing by developing countries. Which all are the problems facing the developing countries? Shortages of food supply, inadequate power supply, low standards of living, housing and water problems, slums and healthcare problems. Next, what is demography? It is not a democracy. It is a demography. Geography, demography, like that. Okay. Then what is the meaning of demography? It is the study of the changing population numbers, births, deaths, and migration trends in a country over a period of time. Demography means it is the study of changing population. It is the study of population. Demography means it is the study of populations about what? The birth rate, death rate, migrations in a fixed period of time. Okay, what is demography? It is the study of the changing population numbers, birth rates, deaths, and migrations trends in a country over a period of time. Human beings are the most dominant factors in any study of economic geography. Economic geography means economic development. Okay, children. Human beings are the most important resource. We have a lot of resources. From these old resources, we can see human resources is the superior one. You know why the human resource is superior from all other resources? Because only the human can utilize other resources. If humans are not there, who can utilize other resources? Who will find out other resources? How we can utilize other resources? Clear, children, that is why human beings are the most dominant factors in any study of economic geography. They produce, manufacture, distribute and consume natural resources. All the things is doing by the humans. The humans are producing product and they are manufacturing. That means they are making final products or a finished products. Okay, they are producing products, they are manufacturing products, they are distributing, they are selling products and We are consuming product. These all processes doing by humans. Okay, children. Resource development is closely linked with a human development. Resource development, that means if we want to increase the development of resource, that means the utilization of resources, there should be the human development also we need. If there is a human development, then there is a resource development. Without a humans, there is a no use of resources. No one can understand the use of resources. Who can understand the use of resources? Only the human. That is why human development is closely linked with the resource development. Okay. Resources in any region are used and developed depends on number of population, their state of development and their needs. Okay, children, the resources in any region are used and developed. Resource. Who are using resources? Humans. And that resource development depends on what all are the factors of humans? Number of population. If more people are living, then they will need a more resources. They will find out a more resources. That way, the resource development will happen. And their state of development. State of development means, nomadic time, they don't know the uses of agriculture. They don't know the use of land. Clear. But when they learned agriculture, that time they understand the use of land. When they started the trade, they understand the use of land. In that way, they utilizing land in a different ways. Clear, children? That is called their state of development and their needs. According to our needs, according to our standard of living, we utilizing and we using and we developing resources. Okay, children. The Ministry of Human Resource Development. You know what is this? The Ministry of Human Resource Development. This Ministry of Human Resource Development set up in 1985. The basic aim of this Ministry of Human Resource Development is provide education to achieve a better quality of life. Okay, the Ministry of Human Resource Development means human is very, very important resources. That is why there is a one ministry for the development of these human resources. This human resource development was set up in 1985, and the main aim of this human development, the human resource development is to provide a basic education to achieve a better quality of life. And it also warrants their all-round development, the people all-round development. The Ministry of Human Resource Development set up in 1985 to provide the citizens of India basic education to achieve a better quality of life. Since citizens of India are its most valuable resource, this warrants their all-round development. Okay, children. Okay, I am going to stop here. See you next time.